skeleton. We are responsible for so much. As youth, we are the future of this world. You're going to need our skills, our talents, our knowledge, and our drive someday. Everyone will. To prepare for this, we need to surround ourselves with knowledge, opportunities, mentors, and connections. However, we also do best when just given the time and space to just be kids. Maturity and playtime, however, aren't always seen together. Certainly, learning isn't always seen as fun. It would be awesome if there was a way to loop all of these things together, to make the world's future leaders and shape them in a fun way. Maybe while they can make great friendships and have some great opportunities and learn amazing skills and things and teach others. Oh wait, there's such an organization. It's a great one too.
Let me tell you all about 4-H.
Hi, I'm Michelle Schroeder, and this is my 6th year of being a proud Niagara County 4-H'er.
4-H is an international nonprofit organization that provides youth with an abundance of opportunities to learn about themselves, the world around them, animals, creating, and tons of other areas of interest, while striving to inspire others to make the best better within themselves, their communities, their nations, and their world. 4-H in America is ran through a system of land-grant universities and in partnership with some other bodies like the USDA. So that's why you'll always see Cornell Cooperative Extension, or CCE, mentioned with 4-H here in Niagara County and throughout the state. In this video, we'll talk about how leaders are grown in 4-H, the power and great amount of the hands-on learning opportunities 4-H has to offer for its youth, where 4-H all began, some 4-H faces you're probably familiar with, my story with 4-H, and of course, how to support and join 4-H, and how to spot a 4-H'er. I'll try to put the specific times for each of these things in the description of this YouTube video. So if you have questions about one specific part, you can jump to the right time, and please feel free to ask me.
For you, H is probably just one of our 26 letters. To 4-H'ers, H is practically what we live by. May I introduce to you the 4-H'ers.
The 4-H'ers are the pillar of the entire program, and of course, how 4-H got its name. As 4-H'ers, we use our head for clearer thinking, our heart for greater loyalty, our hands for larger service, and our health for better living for our club, our community, our countries, and of course our world. To me, the most important of all of these is loyalty. Loyalty is kind of a duty, like a promise and a drive. A promise to yourself and others to be or do something the best that you possibly can, and never stop trying. As 4-H'ers, we take pride in keeping up the loyalty to so many different things. We have a loyalty to ourselves. We have a loyalty to push ourselves to try new things and step out of our comfort zones, even when it's not easy. We have a loyalty to always try to persevere to overcome challenges, because when life gets tough, you stick your heels in the ground and grab it by the halter. We truly are kind of stubborn. We will never give up on anything until we get there and do it. We have a loyalty to ourselves to always try our hardest on everything we do, and when that doesn't work, to learn from our mistakes. We also have a promise in ourselves to be responsible, be honest, and be compassionate. Be the type of person people want as a leader, and be that leader. We have a loyalty to learning, a loyalty to always being curious, always wanting to explore, being open to learning about all kinds of things, in all kinds of scenarios from all kinds of people. We have a loyalty to take every learning opportunity and using it hands-on. No matter how long somebody's in 4-H, they never do stop learning and growing. We teach others what we learn. And even in a competitive situation, we never lose. We either win or learn. Most 4-H'ers really do appreciate that 4-H offers so many opportunities for constructive criticism so we can learn on how to improve ourselves and what we do. And of course, we have a loyalty to never stop wanting to learn. We have a loyalty to other 4-Hers to always be there to help each other. This truly is a community that's more like a family made up of only best friends. Regardless of how different our ages might be, we are always there to help each other, support each other, and have the most fun when we're together. 4-Hers truly are some of the most accepting people you ever meet. They really do welcome everyone in their fun. Part of the beauty of this program is it draws people from all walks of life, abilities, and so many other diverse individuals. 4-Hers really do understand that everybody has their own quirk and embrace that. We are always there to laugh with each other. There are countless inside jokes, chairs falling over from the person sitting them and laughing too hard. And we all love to poke fun at ourselves. We never laugh at each other, only with each other. We are always there for each other in our times of need, and always know exactly when to reach out. We were some of the first people to connect creatively with each other using technology during 2020's quarantine. And of course, we have so many fond memories of each other that makes the whole world smile when we bring them up, looking back to our past. We have a loyalty to make sure it's always a good time and never a dull moment. And of course, we have a loyalty to you, kind citizen, our community. 4-H has a wide variety of volunteer opportunities, but a lot of members also like to volunteer on their own times. 4-H also has a ton of ways we learn to be good leaders and a ton of leadership opportunities to be a good leader in our communities, like educating others and always setting a good example. We love answering questions about our animals, our projects, and of course, 4-H as a whole. And of course, we have a loyalty to keep each other safe. 4-Hers are always keeping an extra eye out for everyone. Know never to make everyone uncomfortable. And of course, in these crazy times, 4-H meetings are having regular sanitization, temperature tests, and masks. We also love being the positive spirit and energy in the room. 4-Hers have a very uplifting, growth mindset and always see the good and potential in things.
There are so many different ways and places 4-Hers are loyal to different things. Now let's take a look at some of the different opportunities that we get to learn how to be loyal and use our loyalty.
There is a cliche that needs to be broken and a public view that needs to be changed. 4-H is not just farming and showing. Not all 4-Hers are farm kids. 4-H has so much more to offer. From showing cats to robotics, horseback riding to public presentations. The sky really is the limit on what 4-H offers to its members. But don't tell us 4-Hers that, because we will and have left footprints on the moon. A part of the beauty of 4-H is the push for hands-on learning. We do this in several ways. Sometimes in meetings we'll learn about a topic and do an activity to go along with it, like measuring out strings to equal the length of a body system, or learning about the parasite cycle in terms of gummy worms and other candies, or learning about different breed sizes and visualizing that by drawing it on a piece of wood. We learn skills just by doing them, like making first aid kits, or practicing giving injections on a stuffed animal, or playing charades to learn about staple vices. And although 4-H is way more than just animals, but there are several opportunities with animals, like raising them to learn about them long term and showing. Although all of 4-H's opportunities are educational, some ways it helps its members to learn are through a variety of meetings, classes, workshops, and demonstrations. 4-H really does have a wide variety of things you can learn about in a formal setting, from diseases of dogs to how to sew, and looking at a strawberry's DNA to woodworking. You really can learn it all. As 4-Hers, we also know that teaching others is sometimes the best way to learn ourselves. 4-H offers so many options for us to share knowledge with the world, like public presentations, public events like fair and open house, and even non-4-H events. And every club loves when their members want to take over education for a meeting. If you want to find out just how much you know, there are several knowledge contests at the county, district, regional, state, and even national level. Like, for horses hippology, which is competitive test taking, dairy and horse bowl, which is kind of like a game of trivia, and several other contests. Although they're technically competitive, everybody there just wants to learn and have fun doing so. 4-H isn't just learning. It's about creating good people and even better leaders. There are tons of leadership opportunities. At meetings, 4-H clubs are ran by youth, and you can teach members of your programs about various topics. Another part of leadership is also planning. Youth can join committees within 4-H to plan and suggest activities, events, plan educational opportunities, fundraisers, and so much more for the community. 4-H also has a really cool thing called the Junior Leadership Program. This is where a 4-H teenager takes it upon themselves to plan something, whether it be a lesson like how to make no-sew blankets or an event like trick-or-treating with your goat, 2 real 4-H examples. And they document the whole process along their way. True leaders aren't born, they're made through an awesome organization like 4-H. Leadership truly is everywhere in 4-H. Leadership is something that 4-Hers offer to their community. 4-Hers also are offered lots of community service and outreach opportunities. There are a ton of volunteering opportunities, like working in the pie kitchen or milk bar at fair, food giveaways, clubs activities, other 4-H events like working a table at Fall Fest, and lots of 4-H clubs even go out in the community and volunteer at rescues or food kitchens. And even when you're not doing it with 4-H as a whole club, lots of 4-Hers are given other resources where they can find these opportunities. And we really do love to volunteer every opportunity we get, whether it be with 4-H or alone. Since 4-H is such a great cause, and it's done so much for us, we love fundraising for 4-H, so we can continue to have some of these great opportunities. Some clubs and animal science programs will take it upon themselves to fundraise for themselves, like selling candy bars or making bags to sell, something like that. And there's also fundraisers for the whole 4-H, like asking for donations and selling paper clovers at Tractor Supply. If you have an idea for a fundraiser, they really do get to run with it, because 4-H encourages everyone to pitch in. There's even some more fun and competitive fundraisers. Like sometimes we'll see who can sell more candy bars or paper clover buds, or who can sell the most cow chip bingo tickets. And we really get into the fundraising too. We are great salesmen and women. There's also a ton of opportunities to teach the public, like at fair and recruitment events. It's always so exciting for us to get to teach the public about something we're so passionate about and see them get super interested in it too. We truly love serving the community, and I mean it, but there are options for us to get recognized for this. Who doesn't like to feel appreciated every now and then? The Standards of Recognitions are an award program that, based on how much you serve the community and how much you do in 4-H, you can get higher level awards. The form for this is always so much fun to fill out, because I don't always realize just how involved I am in 4-H and just how often I serve my community until I write it out on paper in front of me. 4-H also has a ton of animal opportunities to offer. What's unique about 4-H is it brings these opportunities to people who might not always have them. Youth do not have to have their own animals or live on a farm to take part. There's showing opportunities, learning opportunities, and leasing opportunities. 4-H is great at connecting people with people who have animals up for people to borrow or lease. And oftentimes, the people involved with 4-H don't charge much. So long as you're willing to help out around their property and work with the animals, normally it can be pretty cheap or even free to experience some of the joys of owning your own animal. Niagara County 4-H, every year at the county fair, has the 4-H livestock auction. This is a great opportunity because youth spend their whole year raising and learning about animals, and then get to auction them off. Since the current kids today will be the future of the agriculture industry, it's a great opportunity for youth to get their feet wet. There are a ton of creative opportunities. Since 4-H is so youth-focused, you can even be creative in the way you teach others or run a program or do anything in 4-H. There's classes for anyone and usually tailored to a specific age. Some classes teach you how to do something, like make metal ornaments. And some classes are more just to hang out, like the sewing classes, where you can learn to sew or you can just get help working on a specific project. Youth can even save everything creative they do throughout the year to be entered and fair for everyone to see. These also get judged. The judges are always super nice and give youth a ton of feedback on how to improve their projects and other suggestions on what techniques would also look good, and even guidance on what new things to try. 4-H really values all of our supporters and volunteers. There are tons of opportunities for adults to come and volunteer at 4-H, whether this be teaching a class, always helping out at meetings, and adults can even show and enter crafts and fair themselves. This is super rewarding for everyone involved. And tons of our 4-H volunteers are 4-H alum themselves. 4-H is such a powerful organization, and it does so much for their members that everyone involved feels the need to give back.
4-H really has done so much for me. That's why I know that I want to live in Niagara County forever, for the sole reason of volunteering with Niagara County 4-H.
So where did this amazing program start? It even has a history you'll want to support. The first 4-H club was started by A.B. Graham in Clark County, Ohio, during 1902. Around the same time, T.A. Erickson started an after-school agriculture club in Minnesota. They came together, and by 1910, the logo was designed. In 1914, this whole idea of our cooperative extensions of universities was crested. A lot of 4-H was ran through the USDA. And it wasn't until 1924 that 4-H clubs started being called 4-H clubs. Early 4-H focused more on giving hands-on learning opportunities to farm kids. The program has always focused on hands-on learning, but soon after its formation, 4-H started to connect public people to rural opportunities. By the 70s, 4-H was starting to reach more out to minorities, and it had a new important job. Older people involved in agriculture weren't always fond of the new ways, so 4-H stepped in to help. Here are some of the famous faces that 4-H has seen through the year. There's a little bit of everything, from astronauts like Alan Shepard to politics like former Vice President Al Gore and singers like Dolly Parton to actors like Julia Roberts. So does anybody actually do all of the things in 4-H? Yes, let me tell you my story. I started 4-H in 2015. Having gone to farm camp many times, enjoying Niagara County Fair every year, and with the promise from my grandma that when I was 10 I'd get a horse, 4-H was something I wanted to join. Luckily, young Michelle was able to beg her parents into it. For my first year in 4-H, I just stuck with showing miniature horses, being friends with my club, and taking part in horse pull. In the coming years, from 2016 to 2019, I would expand out to doing public presentations, showing rabbits, and starting to get more involved with crafts part of 4-H. I really took to archery and photography. I even got to go to Cornell University a few times. And this time I competed in knowledge competitions at the county, regional, and state level. Now I show miniature horses, rabbits, chickens, working goats, and even auction sheep. I do everything from public presentations to archery, photography, junior leadership. I've really done it all in 4-H, and I'm so grateful for every single opportunity, which is why I hope you'll consider supporting 4-H. So this is obviously an organization you want to stand behind. How do you support it? Let me tell you. Since 4-H in Niagara County is ran by Cornell Cooperative Extension of Niagara, please support CCE events. CCE has tons of fundraisers like chicken barbecues and plant sales, and Niagara County Fair, ran by CCE, is the biggest fundraiser ever. Since Cornell Cooperative Extension runs 4-H, all the leftover proceeds from the fair goes into running all of CCE's other amazing programs, with their biggest one being 4-H. You can volunteer with 4-H. You don't have to be a full-fledged regular 4-H volunteer. But if you want to come in and help with a summer camp for a day and teach some skills or a craft or a lesson, we love when outside people do this. Our livestock auction is also a great way to support 4-H. The money goes both to 4-H as a whole and individual 4-Hers. 4-Hers are truly the most amazing people ever. And of course, you can make other donations too. Not all donations have to be monetary. You can donate supplies, materials, or even your own time. There are tons of other sponsorship opportunities to get your name out there, as well as supporting 4-H if you're interested. You can also support 4-H by enrolling. The more people we get involved, the better it makes us look, and the better chance we have at getting different grants and other opportunities for our members. If you have any questions about 4-H or what you will be supporting, I can always come back to talk to you in person. You can always email or text me. You can always call the CC office. Ask for Kathy, Stacy, or Heidi if you want to ask questions about 4-H. But I would absolutely love to talk to you, so please reach out to me too. Another great way to learn about 4-H is coming to 4-H events. Chances are you'll see me there, and you'll get to meet some of the other kids you're supporting.
Thank you so very much for watching this video. I know it was a kind of long video, so if you've made it this far, give yourselves a round of applause. If you have any questions, again, please reach out to me. I'm a very approachable person. I hope that this video has helped you understand more about 4-H. If you even know somebody else who might want to support 4-H or even join them 4-H, please send them this video and give them my contact information. Again, thank you so much for watching, and thank you for your interest and support in 4-H. I will be making more videos about 4-H, so if you didn't want to watch this whole video, I will break it down by topics in these other videos. So if those videos aren't posted yet at the time you're seeing this, don't worry, they're coming. Bye for now.